Everyone knows that SUVs are the hottest vehicles on the marketplace. So for the Toyota brand, Highlander is extremely important. You see an opportunity with a lot of entry luxe customers looking for premiumness in non-luxury brands. And I think the Highlander is going to be a home run in that regard.
First of all, if you look at the industry today, we see this shift towards SUVs away from passenger cars. And right now, the mid-SUV segment is the second largest segment of the industry, about 1.7 million units for the first 8 months of the year. And of course, the last thing is volume. 240,000 sales in any segment is really, really a big accomplishment in this type of competitive industry.
The new Highlander's powerful, suave design is a reflection of an opportunity we saw in the marketplace. Well, we benchmarked the competition extensively when selecting the styling and the features for the next-gen Highlander, but we also want to stretch beyond what our competition offers to make Highlander stand out in the competitive marketplace.
And here's the proof point. We took Highlander to Chicago and we clinicked it against nearly 600 intenders for this segment. These are people that were going to make a monthly payment and buy one of these vehicles. And we clinicked against its 5 major competitors, as we do with all of our major volume launches. And we stole the show.
Goals on the new Highlander included listening to a lot of our customer feedback. In my own family, I have 2 sister-in-laws who have Highlanders, a mother-in-law who has a Highlander, and my wife drives a Highlander. So separate from the market research that we did, I get a lot of unsolicited comments back to me. And some of the common things that we heard from both my own personal group and the true research that we did is that the vehicle needed to be a little bit larger.
And so we increased the length of Highlander by roughly 2.5 inches. And all of that increase really came in the third row seat, both from a comfort standpoint and also the cargo area.
So for the 2020 Highlander, we've streamlined the grade strategy. We've got standard smart key and standard auto AC, in addition to Toyota Safety Sense 2.0, as well as Sirius XM, CarPlay, Android Auto, and Alexa.
So from the L all the way to the platinum grade, you're getting a lot of great standard equipment. Some that you can find on competitors, others that you can't find anywhere else in the segment.
So TNGA stands for Toyota New Global Architecture. And I would describe the architecture this way. It's kind of like a foundation of a house. Right? If you're going to build a house, you want to make sure this foundation is really sturdy, right? And so the architecture is a foundation upon which everything else of the car is based. Its driving dynamics, its safety, its mass, all those things that affect the actual driving experience from the customer is affected by its architecture.
I think the increased maneuverability from TNGA platform is something that people will notice. There's less body roll as you're driving down a winding road, for instance, and even just stability as you're taking a high-speed lane change on the highway. Drivers will notice an overall feel of more confidence as you're driving the product.
The new Highlander's hybrid models will have fuel economy estimates as high as 36 miles per gallon. That's a huge increase over both the previous gen, an increase of 24%, as well as a 50% increase over the gas powertrain, which is significant.
And let me put that in perspective for you. If you go back to the 2011 Camry Hybrid, it got 33 mpg. So in 2 generations, we now have a much larger, much heavier, much more substantial vehicle that gets better fuel economy than a passenger car of just 2 generations ago. That's how much progress we've made on hybrid powertrain, and that's how much investment we've made in the efficiency of hybrid powertrain.
There are multiple drivetrains in the new Highlander, and it's for maximum flexibility for consumers.
When you look at our customers who live in the Sunshine States, we know that offering it a front-wheel drive platform really makes it more accessible, more affordable, and more appealing.
Now, the good thing is that we still offer all-wheel drive, so for those consumers that are in those markets that want the all-wheel drive powertrain, it's available to them. For those consumers that don't value it, they can reduce their cost of entry and still get terrific fuel economy with Highlander Hybrid.
On Highlander gasoline models, there are 2 all-wheel drive systems available for the first time. And for our hybrid grades, there's an electronic system. It's a third option. And that system is just as capable as our traditional mechanical all-wheel drive system, but much more efficient.
We offer everything from a gas powertrain to a hybrid powertrain and front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive. If you choose the hybrid, you can get it also, and not just the all-wheel drive grade, but in front-wheel drive as well.
Highlander is a family passenger vehicle. And one thing we learn when we talk to families is safety is absolutely paramount to them, right? They have their kids in the car, they have their relatives in the car, they have their family and friends. That's a really important aspect. And so we have standardized TSS 2.0 as an example. That gives customers that advanced safety features that they value to mitigate risks of accidents.
The Toyota Highlander is a huge launch for us. It really embodies this great new design and performance of the vehicle. So we really believe for our guests, we have a Highlander really that will meet almost any lifestyle. Most importantly, I think it embodies the spirit of Toyota's Let's Go Places philosophy, allowing our drivers to live life fully and adventurously.
We have the best technology we've ever offered in Highlander, and also the rest of the Toyota lineup. We have some Toyota firsts. The overall package has gotten larger, but vehicle mass has gotten lighter, fuel economy has increased, and we're going to lower the price point where we bring the hybrid to market. We'll continue to keep that edge above all the competitors in the segment, the same as our customers have grown to know and love today.